Hi, I'm Choi, and today we're going to discuss unwrapping the disguise of the sale. Okay, what I mean by this is the core of negotiations. A lot of the time a sale appears to be just what you think it is, just the outer shell, but there's actually a core inside it. And it's about when you can tap into what that core is, that's where magic happens. And I'm going to tell you a story, a mistake that I made early in my day when I first started in real estate. I was negotiating with a buyer for a sale, and I was going in between owner and buyer. And the buyer, it was a property it was something like a 900 meter square block of land, okay, with a house on it. And the buyer said to me, I was showing the buyer comparable sales, things that have sold in the area to try and bring them up in terms of price. And the buyer said to me, yeah, but Michael, these ones have a double brick garage. This is only a double steel garage. And the rookie, Michael, I had nothing to combat this guy. I had no idea. Anyway, negotiation went on back and forth, and it was really only because the owner was saying no to the price all the time. I ended up selling it for what the owner wanted. But 6 months later, I called up the buyer just to see how they were doing. I drove past them. They were telling me about how they're subdividing the land. And I was thinking, okay. And I was thinking back into the negotiations that we're having. The fact that they had a double steel garage was actually a benefit. It wasn't a negative, it was a benefit because it probably cost more to knock down a double brick garage, right? But he used that as a weakness on the home. And the problem is I didn't know why he wanted to buy the home. Because if I knew why he wanted to buy the property, because I assumed, and I think he told me that he was just buying it to live in, okay? So, and I trusted what he said, but I didn't dig into that enough. Because if I knew that, I would have been able to combat that garage objection. Because I would have known it would have been a strength in the actual deal, not a weakness. So that's unmasking, unwrapping the disguise of the sale. You need to know what the full intentions is. And I want to show you something. Okay, so we've got two houses here. There's one house, two houses, A house and B house. B house has a larger block of land, okay? Now, this A house, they just bought a horse, okay? But the problem is on this lot, they can't hold a horse. So they talk to their neighbour and they say, Mr. Neighbour, I'll give you $100 a week if I can keep my horse on your paddock. Is that okay? Can I keep my horse on your paddock? It's a horse. It's a pretty big horse comparison to the house. It's on steroids. $100 per week. And A says to B, I'll pay $100 to keep my horse on your paddock. B says, look, I'll look after the horse, or you can have the horse on my paddock for 300 smackaroonies a week. And A goes back and says, look, I'll give you $150 per week. B then says no, $250. A says no, I'm sticking to $150. And then B says, look, I'll tell you what, since I'm a nice guy, I'll let you have your horse on my paddock for $200 a week as long as my daughter can ride it. So for $200 a week, as long as my daughter can ride the horse whenever she wants. Okay? So that's B. A agrees. A says done. Shake on it. $200 a week and your daughter can ride the horse. Now who wins the negotiation? Okay? Then that's what we've got to think now. $200 is in between $100 and $300. So they both met halfway, but B's daughter gets the ride. So does that mean B wins the negotiation? Because it's not only halfway, but then they've got an addition to that, which is the daughter gets use of the horse. Not really. What actually happened was A was also concerned, not only the size of their backyard, but A was also concerned, how's the horse going to get exercise? It's not going to run by itself. I need someone to ride it. I'm too busy to ride it. Okay? So A actually wanted B to ride the horse. So yes, it is a win-win. They both get what they want, but it's interesting because if B knew that, they probably could have stuck to, say, $250 per week and I'll ride your horse for you. Not $200 a week and can you please let me ride your horse? We'll go $250 a week and I will also ride your horse for you. How's that? So that's about unwrapping the disguise of the sale. Now, how can we use this in real estate? Now, does having X mean a lot more to the client than getting Y? Does having X mean a lot more to the client than having Y? So X might be, does having a short settlement mean a lot more to a vendor than getting an extra $5 grand? In certain circumstances, yes. Okay? But did you know that? Does having that particular house, which is next door to the mum's house, is that a lot more important than the buyer saving 10 grand? The answer is yes. But the question is, do you know what X is? The moment you know what X is, that's the moment that you've unmasked everything, and that's where you've got power in the negotiation. So we need to know what X is. Does having X mean a lot more to the client than having Y? I'm Michael Choi. I hope you enjoyed. Cheers.